Hello, it's Henry again. So obviously you're interested in my opinion if HCL is actually killing Domino. Yeah, it's a very much a provocative phrase, but frankly, it's a little bit more complex than you think. Okay, so let's start. In fact, if you want to start, you have to go back a little bit, 20, 23 years ago, to a magazine cover that I found on Group Computing. So you can kind of see Domino and Webster when worlds collide. Back in 1995, when whatever the time is, when IBM acquired Lotus, we were all very concerned about what was going to happen to Lotus. 5, 6 years later, we knew exactly what was going to happen. And for my opinion, this article is in 2001. This is when things began to fall apart. At that time, I was an aspiring domino fanatic, and you can kind of see here what they call me here: fiery disposition and outspoken advocacy of domino platform, blah blah blah. So that was me. And even inside this particular article magazine, it talks about manager's decision. Time can Domino go the distance? Despite its install base, Lotus Domino is suffering a mindshare erosion to Microsoft Exchange. To change this, Lotus must polish some of the rough spots out of Domino and do a better job of managing marketplace perceptions. So this is in 2001. Okay. And why is this so important when it comes to HCL? Is HCL killing Domino? Yes, absolutely. Does it mean to? No. Is it a great company? Absolutely. Did I have fun there? Yes. So how is it killing Domino? Same way IBM killed Lotus. It didn't realize it actually acquired a cult, a following, a camaraderie, this passion that people have for something beyond that. Even today, when I speak to people, there are some of them are in their 70s. They say Lotus has been some of the best years of their careers, frankly, of their lives. So to kind of talk about HCL killing Domino, they just don't understand what they acquired. I mean, to them, it was a business decision, and they really don't know how to manage it properly. So if you go further than this and just kind of look at some of the other parts of it, is really, what are they trying to do here? So obviously they want to get into software game. And on the bottom it even says HCL saw its new license revenue deals skyrocket by 250%. This is from March of 2021. Of course they did. They got all the Domino customers. They went down the list onboarding them, call them new logos, and suddenly it's a great business. But are these Domino customers happy? Are they planning to stay on the platform? What is HCL really doing about that? I don't know. Something to think about. Well, actually, I do know. That's why Domino is dying. To talk a little bit more about that, in the article, lower in the article, he actually talks about the biggest appeal that these particular companies like HCL have in the market is because they're agnostic. And that is absolutely the truth. But now that they're tying themselves to a specific product, they're no longer agnostic. For example, if you look at the low-code Gartner platform and what they're talking about, the best low-code vendors, you talk about OutSystems, they're talking about Mendix, we're talking about Microsoft. All of these, I don't think Mendix is, but OutSystems, Microsoft are HCL partners. I once spoke to a client and I wanted to talk to them about Domino, and they're like, "We went with Microsoft." And I said, "Who told you to do that?" And the client said, "You guys did, HCL." So you can kind of see what HCL is trying to do is drive revenue, and they're trying. They're trying to make Domino alive and so on, but they just can't. They just don't understand what's involved. It's a very interesting cult-like software that requires a bit more than just a marketing campaign or technology to make it work. And that's really the problem because at the end, if you look at the bottom part of the sentence, it says no one wants a reprisal of IBM's and Unisys because of vendor lock-in. And that's really where everybody's kind of going with pushing a specific local platform or Domino and all that kind of stuff. So this amazing appeal of these companies like Tata or HCL is eroded because they're trying to, focus on the software, which obviously drives a lot more profit margin than, very low end services revenue. So on that note, is Domino dying? Because that was the question I wanted to answer. I kind of agonized over it. I don't think so, because as long as people like myself and others are alive and smiling about it, it's like the Beatles or like the Stones. It's never going to die in that sense. But as a technology platform, which I'll go into my next video when I talk about it, um, yeah, HCL is killing it. They didn't mean to, but they just don't know. They can't. I mean, they didn't live through it. They can't understand the passion and that to this day the most amazing product that I've ever worked had the honor to work with. Thank you.